happy New Year, everyone. Szn.2 coming at you. First episode of 2021. Really excited absolutely gonna get it. Really excited to be here. Got my man Joseph right here.
Let's get it. We made it. we made
I was
it.
about
We
to
made
say,
it.
you fell asleep at the wheel for a second.
I
Wake
did.
up.
I thought I was still stuck back here in 2020, but we made it. We out of there.
Exactly. Again, happy New Year to each and every single one of you. And we just want to take this opportunity just to chop it up for a little bit, look back into 2020, where we came from, and what we want to push toward in 2021, rather.
Yeah, we wanna look back and look forward. You know,
Exactly.
especially the way that 2020 popped off. Like,
absolutely, just twists and turns, peaks and valleys, all of that.
You just think back though to December 31st, 2020. 2019, bro. Like celebrating, bringing in the new year, you never would have thought. If somebody would have told you the way 2020 played out, you would have thought they had a terrible sense of humor.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. I couldn't have drawn any of this up in the wildest dreams. In the wildest dreams, like training for Tokyo, getting ready for the Paralympic Games, and you as an educator and so many people out here, you just expecting to go through your normal routine. Then March comes along, March 2020, April 2020. Next thing you know, cities are shutting down. We're in the shelter in place, and you're having to quarantine. Can't go to the restaurants. You can't kick it with your friends and family the way you used to. People are losing jobs. People are, just all across the spectrum. Experiences are just totally different. But we are almost a year in, right?
Yeah, almost a year.
And I think that we've kind of gotten a stranglehold on it for the most part. Definitely got to see what's going to happen with this vaccine. You think you're going to take the vaccine?
Bro, you know what? I'm gonna take it, man. I'm gonna take it because I have enough people in my family that's in the medical field who they giving me some good advice. But I'm gonna tell you what, I've waited to see other people take it. I ain't stepped up there myself.
He said, I need y'all to go ahead and test it out first. I feel the same way. I think that somebody asked me recently, did I think that they were going to have the athletes, the Olympians and Paralympians, if it was going to be mandated that we take the vaccine? And I'm not totally sure. Me personally, I don't think that they would be able to mandate it. I think that if anything, it would be mandated that we take the COVID-19 test, of course, in order to enter that competition zone, the village, athlete village, wherever it is within the Olympic and Paralympic space. But in terms of mandating the vaccine, I feel like it might be more of a personal choice. People who want to take it have the option to take it. When we were headed to Rio in 2016, and Zika was wreaking havoc at that particular time. And in our team processing, we had the option to take the Zika vaccine. And, some people took it, some people didn't. I think that it probably will be a similar situation this year, but we'll see. I don't know.
That's a hard thing to mandate, man. You know,
right?
That's a tough one. I mean, you can strongly advise, but you can't. I don't know how you can mandate something like that. But I'm gonna tell you, bro, 2020 was crazy. You know, I had some family things, bro. I had to go back to Tennessee, help my family. My parents got sick, bro. It was something unreal. You know, that's something you see on TV, you see it on the news, and it's like it seems almost out of touch because it's not affecting you. But when you see, bro, when I seen, what my family was going through, I was like, oh, this thing real. Like I made sure, I had that mask. I wasn't mingling with too many strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like Hey, 2020 wasn't really the time to make new friends.
Man, yeah, you're right. You be like, oh man, your
Yeah,
social life is just, oh, you're
man.
antisocial.
Yeah, and
Um,
I had no problem with it.
right, right. And I know that. So when you talk about you had to travel from North Carolina to Tennessee to
Mhm.
help out with family, I had recently went home for Christmas. And in that airport, I had mask on, face shield on, hat on. I had a jacket on and then a coat on. Then I had the hood where I could bring it over the top over my head. I know people were probably like, yo, this guy
Man,
literally looks like an astronaut.
man, hey, I
Suited
bet,
up.
hey, you was probably soaking wet up under all them layers, though.
Bro. Hey, nah,
That man was,
I rather
hey, yeah.
sweat
I'd
do
rather be
whatever I need to
soggy.
do
I'd rather be
there.
soggy than sick.
Man, exactly.
Come on, but
Exactly.
but you know what, bro? Something came out of 2020 that was really, I don't know if I'd say unexpected, but maybe happened sooner than projected.
What's that?
Bro, that's the site school.
Let them know.
That's the site school.
Let them know.
Bro, we had been talking. It was probably like 2019. We had been talking about it, and then I just remember one day we was on the phone. We was like, man, we sitting here talking to each other like this. We gotta let other people hear
Right.
this. Then
Yeah.
we hop on three ways with Markeith. We all be chopping it up. We was like, nah, bro gotta have that reoccurring role. Like we gotta do something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Having those really great conversations. But then we did it at the end of the
Yeah.
day. Some like everybody out there in the world, you can have phenomenal ideas and really great aspirations, et cetera, et cetera. But you just got to put it into action. I think that's what we eventually did. We just got up on the Zoom and said, "Hey, let's do this. Let's make it happen."
Let's make it happen. And I want people to know those first 10 episodes were purposely done with no video for a reason. We wanted people to, and still want people to go back on those first 10. That's for us, that's the foundation, really. That's us putting not even a feeler, but that's us putting it out there so y'all can get a concept of that blind and visual impaired perspective. Don't so much focus on the videos. We know that was a huge demand, and we always had that in the plan to turn the videos on. But we wanted it to be a thing where you turned it on in the house while you were cleaning, you were, kicking back, whatever. You had it playing in the car on your way to the grocery store, you picking up your kids, whatever. We wanted it to be an experience where you truly took the time to imagine the conversations that were being had.
Yeah, some good, really good information that was being
Mm-hmm.
talked about, and definitely some people were throwing some really good topics at us, and definitely want you to continue to send those topics in because even though 2020 is done with, it's in the past. We got 2021, and there's still new challenges and new experiences that we have on this road ahead. So if there's anything that comes to mind, be sure to send that to us. Of course, we'll always provide that
Mm-hmm.
information at the end as well. But thesiteschool@gmail.com, the site school@gmail.com.
There you go.
Let me get my words right.
There you go. There you go.
But
I'm getting excited. That's all.
man, yeah, exactly. But man, what else? I mean, what else came out of 2020 for you?
Man, you know what, bro? I got a dog.
Okay,
I
what's
went
the
got
dog's
got
name?
man, uh Nakia. I had to think about it for a second.
Nakia.
Nakia, that's my girl though. Yeah.
Okay.
She was a rescue, so she had a rough past. So we went and got her, and we giving her the best life she can want. I'm gonna tell you what else happened in 2020. Speaking of my dog, bro. So we moved too. That was another thing. We used to live, downtown Raleigh, Glenwood South. We were in a little high rise. We had to get up out of there. That wasn't the scene for us. So we moved. We live in a neighborhood now. we off. I'm not gonna drop that pin, but
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna drop that locale on, but
Uh-huh.
we still close to, you know, we in the city. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying. We in the, what is it? We in the belt line. So
Okay. Okay.
we know we moved to a little house, and man, the fence around the backyard, it wasn't it it wasn't gonna keep the wind in. You feel me? Like
Oh
it.
wow.
So
Yeah.
then so with us having a dog, I was like, man, we gotta do something. So man, I was researching what it costs to you know, have somebody come put a fence up. Man, I seen them digits. Man, I thought my eyes were gonna fall out my head. So I was like, man, let me see, can I do it, bro? You know, your boy took 2-3 days researching, figuring it out. Man, I went ahead and build me a little fence to keep the dog in, and it ain't
Okay.
no this ain't no 2-foot fence neither. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you put the
It,
handyman skills to
come on,
work.
hey, anybody to say a person is blind or vision impaired can't build a fence, I'll send you a picture and show you I did it by hand. Now
Okay.
it ain't no wood panel privacy fence, but it's
It
gonna do
does
the
the
job.
trick.
It do the
Oh
trick.
yeah.
Cause I never thought I
Oh
could do,
yeah.
cause I kept thinking, man, how visual it was. Like I was gonna mess up, had things unleveled. Nah, I just took my time. I knocked it
Yeah.
out, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's been in this time, people have really tapped into that creativity, and you have you got a lot of time to really work on some things, work on yourself, be with your family, get dogs, build fences, all of those types of things. One of my friends on my birthday, they had dropped off a gift for me, and it was they made me a cornhole set. And you know, the game where you have the two platforms on either side, it has the hole in the middle of the board, and you
Yeah, with the
toss
bean
the
bags.
bags. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they built me one from scratch. It has no need for sight when you have a vision on one of the boards, and then on the opposite one it has fly, 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 which is what my guy Wesley says when he's on the runway. He's clapping and yelling, fly, fly, fly. And what they did was they took a Velcro piece and attached three of them on the bottom of each board. So three on either board.
Mm-hmm.
And they also took these little beepers and put the opposite part of the Velcro piece and attached it to that beeper, and they placed those on the board under it. And there's a remote that goes with it as well, so I can press the button and determine which beeper that I want to make that sound. So if I want to hear
Okay.
the sound that's toward the back of the board, I press, for example, X button. If I
Mm-hmm.
want to hear the beeper that's in the middle of the board, I press the Y button. And if I want to hear the button that is closest to the front of the board, then I press the Z button. Yo, it's so dope.
Hey,
I'm gonna have to
you
put
know
it
what?
on the social media, on the Sight School
Yeah,
page
yeah,
one
yeah,
day.
yeah. Put that up there on Site School. I'm gonna throw a picture up there of it right now, but we're gonna need to see you throwing that thing, because
Dropping
that
that
sounds
thing in that
good.
boy. Hey,
Hey,
I got it too. Ah,
yeah.
I got
Come
it
on.
too.
Man, we might have to see. I might get you in it.
Okay. Okay.
We gonna see. Not really, because I'm trash when it comes to
Uh,
the when it comes to the
you play that game.
cornhole.
That game is all about rhythm. You get in
Yeah.
that rhythm, it's on and popping. But
It's-
yeah, I mean, speaking to you building fences and my friends building the cornhole, and yeah, I mean, for those who were willing to do it, you could be very productive during this time for
let's do
sure.
this. Let's do this. Let's have people put in the comments. We want y'all to comment and say what's something that you did in 2020 that you never thought you'd do, or if it's
Yeah,
something you've been wanting to do and you went ahead and put a plan together. Put it in the comments. What'd you do in 2020?
yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah, let's do
That's a
that.
good idea.
Yeah,
Um,
and then we'll shout y'all out.
for sure, for sure. Uh, and then yeah, I mean, so what in terms of 2021 though, we got 2020 behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's a new year. We got to be able to get over everything that has transpired in 2021. What are we trying to do here? Just not only from a site school standpoint, but just personally, just overall.
Man,
What you think about?
I know for me, 2021, I want to really push. You know, I've always tried to make every day an improvement, but I think 2021, I want to make sure that in making every day an improvement, that it's truly something that's not only going to better me, but it's going to better those around me.
Right.
You know, not so much focusing on, well, if I'm able to focus on myself in a way, then I can improve those around me by being that the evidence of that. If that makes sense. Because you can say anything. You can say, oh man, you know, my New Year's resolution is I'm gonna be a nicer person.
Yeah.
But what are the action steps to do that? So for me to make sure every day is better, man, I'm gonna make sure I'm on my P's and Q's. You know, if in regards to, look, dude, I'm terrible at responding to people. I'm gonna make sure that I'm responding to people. They shoot me the text, man. I got time. I'm sending it right then. And then in regards to having time, I gotta make time. Sometimes we can get so caught up in us and our everyday that the small things just pass us by. It's almost like being in a car, speeding, and you just zooming by stuff. But I'm gonna slow
Yeah.
down in some areas so I can make sure that those who are close to me, not even that, but just people in general, man, I recognize them and just do everything in my power to better myself and those around me. What
All
about
right,
you,
y'all.
bro?
Hey, y'all hear him. Hold up, before I get the
Hey,
mic, y'all hear him now. Now, make sure if you reaching out to us, if you commenting on social media, sending emails, et cetera, I want y'all to make sure this man is being responsive. We
hey,
got to keep him on his P's and
come
Q's. We
on.
certainly want to have these great goals, but all of us, we got to
Yeah.
stay steadfast and be persistent with all of these things. So, what do
Go
I
ahead,
want
bro.
to do? What's up?
Now I was gonna say, go ahead, tell them what
Okay.
is it you want to do.
In 2021, what do I want to do? Of course, wanting to continue this journey toward Tokyo. That's a huge goal of mine.
Mm,
Being able to go to the Paralympics and win that gold. So similar to what you're saying, there's always certain things that you have to be persistent in, continuing to put your best foot forward on the track, in the weight room, in the cafeteria, when it comes to getting that rest and recovery, all of those things. So that's probably the easy one, right? I mean, I got to do
yeah,
that in order
yeah.
to
You got
do
to
what I
do
need to
that.
do.
That's mandatory.
I will also say even some of the more recent conversations we had around site school and expanding that and making that into a nonprofit. That's something that,
Hey,
man,
you dropped it on them. I was gonna wait. You went
I
and
dropped
dropped
it
it
on
on
them.
them. Go ahead.
Hey, but
Go ahead. Tell them
just
what's
really
up.
trying to, yeah, just really trying to start that and turning into a resource and an organization that can be a helping hand in a lot of areas for blind and visually impaired. Excuse me. So we're working to figure out what that's going to look like, drawing up
Mm-hmm.
those plans and how specifically we want to be a resource. So I'm really excited about that one. And outside of that, what else? Just in my own business ventures, continuing
Yeah.
to grow as a speaker and getting more opportunities as a speaker, getting more sponsors on that road to Tokyo as well. And yeah, just growing. At the end of the day, it's certainly the pandemic was hard and it created some challenges in the beginning, but we saw that the virtual world was the next step. And the
Yeah,
virtual world is it has a great impact as well. I do like being, in person with these
come on,
events,
man.
but
Don't nothing beat being able to feel a crowd,
exactly.
having an
But
audience.
having the virtual piece, you got to do what you got to do. At the end of the day, you got to pivot,
Mm-hmm.
adjust, and keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing.
So always trying to get better in that space. And I think to tie a bow on everything is literally us being a soundboard and a resource for all of you, especially the ones who have been checking out the first 10 episodes of Site School. Of course, we're gonna have some awesome ones coming up here in these next few weeks as well. And just listening to you, making sure that we can give you some good advice, some good content. If there's anything that that we can discuss that can help you in your own personal and professional journeys, that's what I want us to be for you. So that's a lot to tackle, but hey,
They can do it.
that's we definitely can do it. Definitely.
Because we already got some good interviews, man. I don't even know where to get started with these interviews, but we got people telling stories, giving firsthand experience that, man, honestly, I think if it wasn't for this platform, some of these stories people wouldn't even hear.
You're right, probably. Definitely. And just different experiences. We all have different perspectives. We look at life differently. We have different outlooks and views, and our challenges are different. Learning how people have overcome those challenges. It's gonna be really awesome. We got some really like an interview that we have on the doc is literally going to blow your mind. For real, for real. And have some others lined up as well who have some really great stories. And it's
And some of them they're friends of ours. Others are some acquaintances that we've made along the way, or people recommended. We ask people to send emails with recommendations for themselves or for other people. I had people
connections.
Yeah, we had people hitting up the Site School on Instagram. A lot of people shot that email to the Site School. So, and something else, and you kind of touched on this earlier. Site School is going to be more than just a podcast. Site School, we mean that when we saying teaching people to see, we mean every bit of that. We gonna teach you to see. You gonna learn.
Oh boy,
hey, come on. I'm about to
sound
say
like he in that pulpit.
Nah, yeah, I had to stop, man. You see, I had to pause for a second. I was about to stand up. I'm about to throw this microphone.
Exciting, though.
yeah. I'm hyped, man. I'm ready though, because the whole point, like what we wanted to do was we were talking about doing speaking engagements and calling our speaking engagements Site School, and we were gonna go and have these, we were talking and open it up in the Q&A, but then we realized, man, this virtual thing is taking off. We would be idiots if we didn't jump on this. We'd be wasting our time. So I'm glad we did. And listen, and we've gotten good feedback too. That's one thing I really appreciate. People, I had people hitting me up personally. I know Lex had too. They really appreciated what we're doing. So that's motivation too, especially getting that feedback. People are telling us how, I've talked to parents with children with visual impairments. I've spoken to adults who talked about hiding their visual impairment, but they felt like listening after hearing us, they embraced it. And that's the whole thing, man. We want to be that resource.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And want to continue to get that feedback because want to know how to, we have an idea of the direction that we want to move the conversations and some of the narratives. But again, we want just as much as we want to teach you to see, we need to be taught to see also. We don't see everything. No pun intended. Teach me, show me something that I don't know. That's the beauty of life. That's the purpose of life.
I want to learn something new every day.
Absolutely.
Because look, if you try to be perfect, then there's no room for improvement. I don't want to be perfect.
Man,
come on.
Always something to work on.
Always.
So for sure, please continue to offer that feedback. And man, shoot, I guess we can just go ahead and
we can
spiral this thing down.
Yeah.
Get this 2021 rolling.
Come on. And then, hey, stay tuned. First, but I want to tell them something real quick. Y'all watching, y'all watching us on YouTube. What's gonna help us get Site School out across YouTube is if you watching the video, you listening to it, whatever. Make sure that you hit that like button. And if you hit that like button and it tells you can't like it because you don't have a YouTube account, create you a YouTube account. It costs zero money. It's free. It's just like if you had an Instagram, a Twitter,
and it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's like, that's it. Create that YouTube account, then go back, like the video, turn on the notifications so when we upload, you're gonna get that whatever sound it make. You're gonna there you go, bing, you're gonna get the bing, you're gonna watch the newest videos. But please hit that like button. That helps with the analytics and all of that to get Site School out there. The more likes we have, the more exposure we get.
And share it as well. Share that link.
Yeah, share it. And share it with an email, a text, whatever. Post it on your social media. Man, hey, new Site School episode. But that exposure is what's going to help us get across to the world. So we really appreciate it. And so, you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe if you hadn't already done, bang that like button, turn the notification on. But then you can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So, send us that email. You got any questions? We always going to take questions and suggestions. That's at thesiteschool@gmail.com. That's thesiteschool@gmail.com. I just wanted to leave them with that one little bit, Lex.
Okay. So without any further ado, we're going to let y'all get up out of here. We're going to hop out. But again, Happy New Year. Please continue to stay safe, stay healthy. We're going to get ready to conquer this new year together. Site School, we out of here.
Peace out.